Uh, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Um, Today, I want to invite one of our sisters from the United States of America, from California. She's African American. You off noise there.
Huh?
It's echoing.
Did it echo before? I don't have a
No, it's
Bluetooth.
good now. No, I don't know why before it's not echoing. Hello? Can you hear me?
Is it better now?
Let me see.
Do you hear echo?
Fix the pace. I think I don't know. It's echoing. Before it's not echoing.
What about now? I'm trying to move it. Try moving it.
Okay, remove it. Hello?
No. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you. It's like the slide.
Hold on. I don't know if these have any. I don't know.
Before it was we have to do it again.
Hold on.
Is it from my side?
I don't know.
Okay. Can we shut it down?
Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
Calls and audio.
I think it's from when I speak, I think I have to and rebring you again. What do you think? Hello, it's good now. It's good now, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's good now. Okay, let me first of all introduce myself. People that are watching, people are just coming now. There are more than 100 or something people on the line. I have to first of all introduce myself. I pasted it on Facebook and YouTube. We have more than 200,000 followers on our page. And my name is Mofi Uyi. The Uyi is an African name. It's from particularly Igodomigodo. Can you pronounce it Igodomigodo?
Igodomigodo?
Igodomigodo, yeah. So we want to share more light about our relationship, about the transatlantic slave trade. A lot of you in the United States, they never really know what happened. A lot of you put the blames on the Europeans, on the Portuguese. Today, I would like to share more light concerning my state, Edo State, Nigeria, and how it all dictates. And I want to introduce myself first before the general public. My name is Mofi Uyi. I am a working class citizen. I live in Germany, Krefeld. I am from Edo State, Nigeria, Benin City. Where the Edo State is a region, just like we have California as a state in America. It's a state. The place I come from is the man who sold 50% of the Africans to the Americans. We are the Pharaoh. We address him. I address him as Pharaoh. So my name is Uyi Murphy. I'm from Edo State. The name of our city is called Igodomigodo. That is the indigenous name of our forefathers. So I would like you to introduce yourself.
My name is Micklin Metcalf.
Speak louder so that people can hear you.
I said my name is Micklin Metcalf, and I am a.
Put the mic close to your mouth. I think put the mic close to your mouth so that
I
A lot
don't
of
have
people.
a mic. It's just
Oh
there's
yeah,
no mic
continue.
attached.
Let us start like that. Yeah, let's go.
So I'm from California in the U.S. on the West Coast. I am a counselor, a school counselor, and a teacher, and I'm also an artist and a musician.
Oh, nice to meet you. Today, very happy to meet you, and we have discussed before just a short while. If you look at the Americans, I want to put some word to you today. We Africans, I'm from Africa. We look at our face. You look at 90% of the faces of the African American look like, particularly me and my people from Biafra land and the Yorubas. We have almost the same face. I want to say today the reason why we have almost the same face is because 50% of the African Americans were sold by, I will show you the man. I don't know. I just want to show you some things here. Uh, yeah. Can you see this man?
Yes,
This man is called Oba. Can you pronounce it?
Oba. Yes,
Oba.
Oba.
Oba. This is what we have in Yoruba land. You understand? This is Oba. Oba means king
Mhm.
in Yoruba language. And the reason this is the man you are seeing, this is the father, the great grandfather of this man, sold the highest slaves in the history of black man world. 50% of the slaves that were being sold to the Americans were being sold by his ancestors, the great grandfathers of this man. So the reason why I am saying all these things today, I want to explain our version of our own history from Edo State.
Mhm.
This very man you are saying migrated from Mecca. The grandfather is called Udua. Our relationship, I think you have run your DNA. I will ask you a question about your DNA later in the day. This man you are seeing here today, for me, I call it the last pharaoh. This man, they were driven away from Mecca by Prophet Muhammad because they refused to accept Islamic religion because of their what they call barbarism, using human being for sacrifice. Okay, I just want to make it short. They brought the bronze civilization to West Africa. You are from West Africa. I'm from West Africa. This is where we come from. You are in West Africa. This very man you see today, his ancestors are responsible for the millions of Africans who died during this transatlantic slave trade. They came to Yoruba land. You say you have a Yoruba ancestor, yeah? Correct? They came to Yoruba land to a place called Ile-Ife. There is a land, there is a ancient city called Ile-Ife. They, they ran away from the civilization of Islam. They move towards Ile-Ife. So this very man, the great grandfather of this very man, they left Ile-Ife and come to my city called Igodomigodo. That is where they stay. They brought the civilization of using human being for sacrifice. We never had it in our life. This is the man's brought this. Let us talk about slavery. How people putting blame on Portuguese, putting blame on what do you call these people? British, blaming those people. We must have to start from our home. Charity begins at home. What happened in my own region, this is what I'm about to say today. The Portuguese are the first people that came in contact in West Africa. They came in contact with there's an ethnic group called Ijo people. These people refused to sell their own people. They rejected the offer. This very man, because he is not from is not from our land. They are foreigners from Mecca. He was the one who signed an agreement with the Portuguese. In my state where I come from, this man, the ancestor, that is the great grandfather of this man, sold 50% of the slaves that were being transported from West Africa to Europe, America. And I want to put it before you today that 90% of those African America, anytime they run their DNA, is always from West Africa. Am I lying? Or I'm close to the truth?
Kind of
Have you
true.
ever seen people running DNA? They say their DNA they come from Tanzania. Have you come
Yeah,
across it?
I
Eh,
have.
but
But it's
majority of
but
them,
it's
where they
not.
come from,
Yeah, it's not a lot. Yeah.
majority of them come from where? West Africa.
Yes.
Where where do your DNA come from? Is it West Africa?
Yes.
Okay. So what we are saying today is that, what am I saying? I just want you to know that in my region, the Portuguese never came to take or to kidnap people. This man was the only king who connived with the Portuguese to sold our ancestors for slavery. I want to show you something, and it's a video. How this man sold us for 400 years. If you come to Benin City, you don't see what this man done with the money, what their forefather done with this money. Benin City is just like a pit hole, a pit toilet. What they call this, it like toilets. After selling our ancestors to United States of America, to Caribbeans, to Argentina, to Europe, at the end of the day, you have nothing to show for it. The reason why I am inviting you today, I want to show you a video. There are some in this video I am about to show you. Uh, some people from California, they traced their ancestral DNA to my states. Instead of this man to tender apology and say, oh, I am sorry for what their ancestors have done to you. This man was not demanding money from them. He was even asking the African American who came to give him money. I just want to show you this video. Please just see this video.
My country people, I greet you now. We don't see the gidigba put on top on our program. Ogbonge program where they throw light put on top, waiting they happen for all the corner, the one where they Edo State. We they throw better light put on top with arts and culture for Edo State.
I just want you to listen, the African American who came from California. Please, if you know the name of this organization, please you try and get back to me, okay? Just listen, watch
When
it.
I don't forget say this Ogbonge program, this Ogbonge information we won't throw away light put for una today. So now till live media na in the tanda and gidigba put for una. My name Nani Machiagumo. When we see the Ogbonge informate, we won't see on top of this waka today. Edo State Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Diaspora Matter with join body of Jemi Alade Tours don host over 50 African American tourists for Benin City, Edo State, wey waka come from California, USA. As the tourists them enter Edo State, them host them to welcome dinner for Boundary Road, Benin City. And this African American them belong to a group where they call the African Focus Group AFG.
Do you know anything about the African Focus Group, AFG?
No.
These are 50 something African American who came all the way from United States. This very man I show you just now, let me show you again. This is called an Oba. You see him?
Yes.
He's the one who received them. You saw it, you will see it now. He didn't apologize for what they did to our forefathers. Instead, he was demanding money from them. So we are going to discuss a lot, okay? I just want you to
Okay.
listen, okay? Just listen, then we talk. Please try. The English is, I know, is contradicting. Is African local English. You try your best to learn, okay? Thank you.
For the dinner we then host them to Director for Art Culture for Ministry of Art Culture and Diaspora Matter, Musa is Obakolo. He can't explain, give them correct informate on top Edo culture and waiting them go see and enjoy for Edo State.
Benin, the empire conquered over 201 towns and villages. And those military
You know, I just want to be interpreting it for you. He said the Oba conquered 201 towns. Do you know what he was talking about? They were raiding our villages. This Oba of Benin were raiding our villages, kidnapping children, women, and female. It was not the Portuguese who was kidnapping our people. It was the Oba and his family who migrated from Saudi Arabia. You understand? In our history, we never sold ourselves. The people who sold us, they are the black Arabs. They are not from our land. They sold us. See, he said they were conquering, he said they conquered 200 and something villages or communities. They were capturing people like animals. Just listen.
Exploits. Some of their citizens traveled abroad, and there was a need to bring them back into the fold. So before they go, there will be incisions, markings on their body through the works of fire and very sharp objects, tattoos, if you call them that. And so, because of the pains and civilization, we now decided to travel abroad, and there was a need to.
I just want to interpret it for you. Later, I want to interpret it for you. Do you know what the Oba of Benin did to our ancestors when you are being captured? When you are being captured, he was capturing our Yorubas. He was capturing the Godomigodos. Him, he have a contract with the Portuguese. He was not selling goods, he was selling us. Look at what this man was saying. When they captured you, they will put an iron on the fire. Not the Portuguese. This the Oba. Look at the man who was doing it. I just want to show you. This is the man, their grandfather. They came from Mecca. When they capture you, they will put an iron, just like a cutlass, on the fire. They will put it on your body and put it on your body. You will cry. Very painful. They will use to mark you. That's what they are saying, and they are proud of those evil. They are explaining the evil they committed against the indigenous people of Igodomigodo. We are the Igodomigodo people they meant in the land, and the Yorubas. This is where we come from. And these are 55 African Americans who came from California, traced their ancestral roots to this land. And these are the pharaohs who sold them to slave. It was not the Portuguese who kidnapped them. I just want you to listen to what they are saying. Sorry, I want to interpret it for you. Okay.
To bring them back into the fold. So before they go, there will be incisions, markings on their body through the works of fire and very sharp objects, tattoos, if you call them that. And so, because of the pains and civilization, we now decided to do this dress to reflect the tattoos that would have been on the bodies of the Benin man. This one is called the social dress. The chiefs have their own pattern, but this is Ogofe. We wear it to social functions, and today it is a symbol of the regalia of the Benin man. When the first ruler called Ogiso ascended the throne, because of his mysterious nature, they called him Ogiso. His name was Igodo. Igodo.
The African.
You see what he was saying? He said, we don't have Oba in our land. The rulers we have in our land is called Ogiso. The name of the land is called Igodomigodo. That is where the other of your ancestor, Yoruba, we all came from. You understand what I mean? Yeah. This Oba was selling us. You can see what he was saying. After capturing them, they have to put a sharp object like a cutlass, like iron on the fire and mark them. Some of them will die during this process before selling them to the Portuguese. The Portuguese never came to capture us. So when people are having hatred for the Portuguese, they have to know someone was there who was selling us. He never sold his children. We were the one he was selling.
Focus group Waka Komedo State. na sake of say dem come trace their roots, dem come sabi where dem come from. And dis na because 400 years ago wey dem ancestors don enter slave quarter with oyinbo dem for Africa, dem carry dem go oyinbo land, and dis one no make dem sabi where dem really come from. But as e be so, many of dem don dey know where their original country and state be, and na dis one na im make dem trace themselves come Edo State. The tour wey carry dem come Naija enter Edo State, dem give am name wey dem dey call the Trailblazer Tour, as dis one go help dem sabi everything wey dem need to know about their culture wey dem don miss for over 400 years. And dis belief wey dem get say dem come from Naija, and even some say na Edo na im dem be, because dem do wetin oyinbo dey call DNA test, the one wey relate their blood to one particular area. As dem host dem to dinner finish, dem carry dem waka go the National Museum for Benin to show dem the artifacts and the history of Benin people, the things wey make Edo different from other states for Nigeria, and why dem dey call Benin Kingdom the #1 kingdom for the world unto im rich culture and tradition. The slavery matter wey make dem gbase go another man country shele for over 400 years.
This is our local English. It said they came. It said they came. These people came because of they were being sold almost 400 years. Our people were sold close to 400 years by this very man, the Oba. They came to his palace. It's from Middle East. It's a black Arabs. You know, sometimes when people are talking about slavery, people never really know what really happened to us. It was this man who migrated from Saudi Arabia, Mecca, who escaped the wrath of Islam, who started dehumanizing us, selling us. So look, those people who came, I am a human. If my ancestor commits this atrocity and genocide against those children, those families who came to trace their ancestral roots, this is where our forefather was being sold. Instead of this man to come out and tender apology and pay compensation, you understand? He was even telling them to give him money, which is so funny. You can see, let me continue playing it, you will listen.
And for Benin, start as far back as Oba Of Benin time when he be Oba of Benin Kingdom.
This is Oba Of Benin. He was king in 1888. He was exiled in 1897. He passed on.
You see this Oba, you see this man you are seeing, the picture is an Oba. You understand what I mean?
Yes.
The British came to arrest him. The reason why he was being arrested, he used a lot of people for human sacrifice. He was using the people they met in the land, like my ancestors, like your ancestor from Yoruba. Their way of doing things was using us for human sacrifice. I will show you a video. I want to show you a video. I just want to educate you more, to know more about where we are coming from, because you are my sister. We come from the same region. Look at
in my city. Read African history. Read of Benin City, Benin-City. Up to 21 years ago, they used human beings for sacrifice.
You know what it means? Using human being for sacrifice.
Up to 21 years ago? They only stopped 20 years ago?
Do you understand my English? This very king in Benin, what am I trying to say? I'm just trying to explain what happened to our people like your ancestors, how they were being taken. It was not the Portuguese who came to kidnap us. It was no. This man you are saying they sold 50% of the African America you find in the United States of America today. Looking at your face, you look like a Fulani and Yoruba. Yes, correct? Your face look like Fulani and Yoruba. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. We will go into that one later in the day. You see, this man I'm showing you, you are seeing the pictures, they sold your ancestors to slavery. Because if you check Africa, many countries in Africa never allow their people to be sold into slavery. When you don't allow them to sell your people to slavery, they cannot sell you. It's a decision, you understand? look at what this man is saying. This man is just talking about how this Oba, this man who sold your ancestor and my ancestor for human slavery, how they use us, not what they did to us. They sold us to the British, to the Holland, the Netherlands, and to the Portuguese. They also uses us for human sacrifice. You know what is called human sacrifice? You understand what I mean by human sacrifice?
Yes, I do.
When you kill someone, you just
Yes.
use it to serve God. They brought from Mecca. Look at it.
In my city, read African history. Read of Benin City, Benincity. Up to 21 years ago, they used human beings for sacrifice. Human beings for sacrifice. When God raised me, he said the government will not stop it but you. I said, who?
You know, will you like to live in an environment where the king used human being for sacrifice? Would you like to live in that atmosphere?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So we are very rich in culture, and I will show you the good side of our people. We are peace-loving people. We never invaded any people. The people who came from Mecca, Saudi Arabia, the black Arabs are the one who connive with the Europeans to commit this atrocity in our land. So what am I trying to tell you? I just want to show you this video, then we can discuss. If we can share your view. I just want to play this video.
1914.
As the Europeans then waka come Africa and come turn our people them to slaves. Theophilus Umogbai will be the curator for National Museum Benin. Now he welcome the African group focus for the museum, and he begin give them information about the National Museum, when they build them, and the things where they inside them.
On the ground level, we tried to tell the story, the history of the monarchy, because in Benin, the history of the monarchy is tied to the history of the people. So when we tell the story of the monarchy, we are indirectly telling the story of the Benin people, because our Oba is at the top of that storyline, at the top of that narrative. So we have presentations, we have exhibits depicting the monarchy on the ground floor. On the last floor, the second level, we use our exhibits to try and preach the gospel of unity in diversity. Because Nigeria, we have so many ethnic groups, but each of them is homogeneous. But the combination of all of them tells the story of Nigeria.
The tour wey dem waka for inside the museum open their eyes on top many things wey Edo get, the artifacts, the culture, the tradition, where everything they show for inside the artifacts wey dey inside the museum. Oronsaye follow them talk until live media on top wetin them get to gain as Edo people.
If you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you go. For these people we come from America, 400 years waka, another waka come back to their very root. And where they choose now Benin, Edo Adesagbo, Edo Isiagbo. Benin is the center and cradle of black civilization.
Okay.
So anybody where waka come Africa, we never reach Benin.
You know what this man is saying in the local English? In the whole of Nigeria to Togo to Ghana, from Ghana, from the east coast of Ghana to Nigeria, half of the coast of the west of the West Africa coast, half the Oba of Benin sold those slaves 50%, and these people came to know who sold their ancestors. So the reason why I'm discussing with you today, I am a human rights activist, and a lot of people will like. Just hold on. A lot of people will like to really know what happened, who was wrong, what really happened. Are we the one who sold ourselves to slave? I know most of the African America, where they see people like us from Nigeria, oh, you people are very bad. We are the one, our grandfather sold you to slaves. Oh, it was not we. I am here today to make it very clear that 50% of the African America, I'm talking about, no, sorry, 50% of the slaves that were shipped to the United States of America were being sold by the Oba of Benin. And about 70% of the African Americans are being sold by the Oba of Benin. So that is why I am trying to partner with people like you today to see how we can be able, a lot of you can be able to trace your ancestral home, how we can be, a lot of Americans can be able to come back to their home, a place where they can come, call their home. For example, the reason why I am here today, I am here because those families, those kings who partner with the Portuguese to sell our forefathers, today they are still there in Nigeria. They are riding private jets. They are driving Rolls Royce. They are driving what is called this car? Banley. I don't know how you call it in America. Please, I'm sorry. My English is not very okay, but I'm making a difference. They drive the best cars in the world. So we want the world through the social media. We want the African America to really know more about their history, who sold them to slavery, what really happened, and why they were being sold. So, because if you don't know, you may fall a victim to these criminals. You understand what I mean? So that is people like me. That's what I stand for today. Because I know a lot of people want to come to their fatherland, and their fatherland is being consumed by the same people who sold us for slavery. They are still there, and they are still riding private jets, driving limousine, the best cars. My God, Lamborghini. They are so rich, and we, the indigenous people, we are being enslaved. This is modern slavery. If you come to Europe today, 60% of asylum seekers are from Nigeria. And these very families who sold us, they are still ruling us. So please, I want us to play this and see what they say about this. Just listen.
Never waka.
As dem move comot for National Museum Benin, dem carry waka go Igun Street wey be di home of bronze casting for Benin, where dem take see many bronze work of art, and dem even buy, as dis one go help boost economic growth for Edo State. The tour wey di African Focus Group carry come Edo State na sake of say dem wan sabi their roots, as dis one still follow waka with di internally generated revenue and economic growth for Edo State. The African Americans still follow tori pipo talk unto how dem take see Naija and Edo State on top civilization, economic growth, security, and this one is sweet them well for belle.
Say 10. It's been a very eye-opening experience to see our culture, since it's been taken away from us. We on the other, in America, and how we've been lied to over the years about our ancestry. And coming here to see the true nature of what really went on, it's eye-opening and it's beautiful.
It's important for us to learn our history. My heritage is from Nigeria, and unfortunately in America, black history starts on the plantation. We don't know what happened before that. And so in order for us to know our history before the plantation, we have to come to Africa, and Nigeria is the perfect place to do that.
I have been studying this art for many, many, many years. And I actually have some pieces in my home. And when we decided to come to Nigeria, I said, I have to come to Benin City because I know that it has to be a beautiful location. I just want to see all the beauty.
You see what they're saying? They're from California. They trace their ancestral DNA. Majority, thousands of people, if not millions. Why are they tracing their ancestral home to Benin? Because the king, the pharaoh, the Oba, sold them to slavery. After 400 years, look at the years, they were able. He sold the Yorubas. He sold us. Sold a lot of us. Millions of us. The history said he sold 15 million slaves. The highest slave in the history of black man world. The Oba of Benin sold it. Because of this reason, I decided to come out and I'm calling for the abolition to an end to this practice of this kingdom. I don't want it. A kingdom that sold the indigenous people for slavery, a kingdom that uses us for human sacrifice. How can we still come out today and start saying, oh, you are our king? Can you sold your children for slavery? So I just wanted to list, you see, these are people. These people supposed to be welcome, given good hospitality, because they have been exposed to a lot of to cultural diversity. These are people that are supposed to be treated good. Instead of this Oba to give these people the best respect, he started asking them for money. Huh? What about the money you use in selling their forefathers? What do you do with the money? You ate the money. Your forefather ate the money, and you are still telling them to bring you money. This is what I stand for. This any traditional rulers who was involved in selling of our forefathers to slavery, have the palace have to be destroyed. We will not give them any respect. This is the problem we are facing today. Most of you in America cannot come back home. You don't know what is going on. You every day you watch on the TV, Africa is poor, Africa is poor. The problem, no, we are not poor. The reason why you see a lot of people being poor is because of the same people who have been ruling us for more than 800 years. Their family are still there. Just look at the people. So that is the reason I have declared myself as king. I am not the king. We have king, but I can say I am the second king, but not this very Sudanese, what do you call it, this Saudi Arabia king. Please just listen to this woman, listen, okay?
Beautiful art.
I love Benin City, and I already feel so much history and culture, but the main thing I feel is the connection. I just got here, and I already feel so welcomed, and I just feel like I'm a part of something so special.
To sabi Edo culture and tradition well, especially Benin culture, wey be the Ogidinga culture. Honorable Commissioner for Arts, Culture, Tourism and Diaspora Matter, Osaze Osenwinge Eru, he catapult the tour waka go the palace of Omonoba Nedo Uku Akpolokpolo, Oba Ewa.
Look at the man. This is the Oba, who is ancestor migrated from Saudi Arabia. And this man massacred most of our people, the Yorubas. A lot of people, they were killed. And this man, you can look at him putting a black eyeglass on his eye. He have a private jet. He have, see, do you know, if I show you this, the convoy, Donald Trump, Joe Biden don't have the convoy this man have. This man is so rich, and the people, we are one of the poorest people in the world. Look at his eye. Look at his palace. Our people are suffering. That is why I have declared myself as the indigenous king. I have the name of our indigenous king is Ogiame, but I am just doing this to fight him and drive him out of that land. The reason why I'm here today, I want to come to America. I want to hold a town hall meeting with people like you, with your organization. We want our people to know where they come from. We want to give free land. You understand what I mean by free land? We give them land for them to come. We give them houses. Those ones who have their ancestral roots. We will give them a sense of belonging. We will love them to feel at home. And we are going to build the greatest tourist attraction that ever existed in the Black man world. These are some of the things we represent. And anytime I am coming to America, I am going to come with partner. A lot of our people, we have an organization. We will come for America tour. We want the African America to really know what happened. They really don't know what happened, because my friend told me sometimes the African American look at the African people. They say, "Oh, you people sold us. You people sold us." We must try to educate them about what happened. You have to know who sold you. when we live in the same room, if I commit crime, I have to be treated like a criminal. You cannot treat the rest people like the same like me. It is someone who commits crime who's a criminal. Yes. This is the man whose his ancestors sold us. Till tomorrow, the government of our country are still paying them millions of dollars where our people are running. Person like you like to come to Igodomigodo, the Yoruba land, the Godomigodo land, where your ancestors, but you can't come because these criminals, they are still there. So let me look at what this idiot will say now. He will be talking about they should give him money. People you sold, you don't even have human sympathy. All they're asking is money, 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 money. Look at him. I want to show you.
Ewuare II, the Oba of Benin, to take visit the Oba and sabi wetin Benin culture be, and dem do this waka with the leader of the tour organization, Jemi Alade. Osaze Senwingo na him introduce them give Oba Ewuare II, and he explain give Oba wetin carry the African Focus Group waka come the palace. He con tell Oba say them happy well, say Oba agree to see them.
Our Royal Majesty, our most revered monarch in the world, Oba Atokbe. We are in your palace today with our brothers and sisters from America. They are on tour in Benin, and they cannot this city without paying homage to our Royal Majesty, and that's why we led them here today. They've been to Igu Street, they've been to the National Museum. We cannot be in Benin without paying homage to our Royal Majesty, and they've been very, very enthusiastic in coming here. We want to thank you so much, Our Royal Majesty, for granting us the request and to have an audience with you here today. That's why we're here. Oba Atokbe.
Do you see the palace?
Yes.
You can see the palace. Look at the way the palace. You know this palace look like it's an expensive palace. You can see. But if you go out of the palace, you look, the people cannot even feed. They are living below $1 per day. Even 50 cents, not even $1. But this man live thousands of euro per day. You understand? Even the money this man used to buy cocaine per day can even change the life of humans. You can see him putting a black eyeglass on his eye. He cannot open his eye because he's a cocaine addict. They are so rich, they don't know what to do with their money. They use the money to smoke cocaine. So this is what we stand for. We must make sure that people like you come back home. Even though as a tourist, what I stand for, we are going to use this palace as a tourist center. People like you can come, a lot of African Americans can come and come and see where the palace, where their forefathers were being sold, how they were being used for human sacrifice. A lot of evil that happened in our land. So this is what I am fighting for today. We have an organization. I have a foundation. You understand what I mean? So we are going to partner with people like you and some of your people. We have to come and share more light. We want the people of the African America really know what happened, where they come from. Many of them want to know their home, but they cannot go back to their home. Some of them are going to Kenya. They are not from Kenya. Some of them are running to Tanzania to seek for a new life. They are not from Tanzania. We will not allow these people to be going as scared of their fatherland. That is what I stand for. It must work. Listen to what they are saying. Listen, just listen.
Jemi Alade, MD Jemi Alade to organization contact for the palace. Say the waka wey dey waka come Edo State na trailblazer tour by African Americans wey dey California for USA. And these people dem believe say na from Edo State some of them come from another part of Africa. As dem don do wetin dem dey call geographical DNA test, the one wey link their blood come back to Africa, where dem take carry their ancestors comot 400.
You see what this woman is saying? He said they went for their DNA when the ancestor was taken, who were sold by this very Oba and their ancestors to America, to Cuba, to I don't want to go more about but I just want you to listen. I want to be interpreting it in the way we understand, because our English is different from the American English. You understand what I mean? Okay?
Yes, I understand. I understand the African English.
We are very happy that you gave us audience, because we have your sons and daughters from the Africa diaspora, all the way from California. They have come to Nigeria to pay a visit, what they call a trailblazer tour of Nigeria. This will be the first time the African Focus Group is coming to Nigeria, and they expressly requested that they want to visit Benin because of the heritage and historical accounts they have read about Benin Kingdom. And that is why we decided to bring them here, so that they can, and as the tradition would tell us, the first thing they want to do is pay a courtesy visit to the Oba. The purpose of their visit is that after 400 years of slavery in the Americas, they have now decided they want to come back to Africa, because it's a journey of 400 years.
You saw what this man was saying. After 400 years of slavery, after the Oba being sold people like your ancestors, like my ancestors, after 400 years, these people say they want to come back home. What the best thing the Oba could have done, if it's not a wicked evil, it could have said, oh, we have to partner with the governments. This our people, but we are not his people because he's from Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Oh, these are our people. These are black Arabs. Okay, this best thing we have to do. Oh, this is a very good land. It's free. We are giving this land to this African America. Those our family, the Igbos. Have you ever heard the ethnic group called the Igbos?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of it? The
Yes,
the Igbos, we are Biafrans. We have the Igbos, Yorubas, the Igodomigodos. Being sold by this man. This man doesn't have human hearts. He don't have hearts. He was demanding money from them. That is why I'm saying today that I want to be the Ogiso, the indigenous king. These people must go to Saudi Arabia or Mecca, where their forefathers come from. We will not accept this anymore. Please listen.
They are coming back to reunite with their kingsmen. And some of the people in the group trace their DNA ancestry to the Kingdom of Benin. And that is why, in particular, they have chosen to visit Benin. So they want to have linkage with the people of Benin. And I believe that, more and more of our people will come back to Africa, to Nigeria, to Edo State.
Leader of the African Focus Group talks say this visit to Edo State and Oba Palace for Benin is sweet to them for body well, and them ready to come again. As she can't explain Gidigba give Oba of Benin, waiting the DNA test, how it take waka reach, and how them take know where them take come from.
Your world. Listening to what they are saying, they want to explain how they found out they are from, who sold them to slavery. You understand? Who sold them to slavery? They want to know. And this man is even proud of selling them. He never showed apology or romance to, oh, if it were me, God, I would never be like him because I'm for light. If I were this man, I could have said, oh, my people, on behalf of my forefathers from Saudi Arabia who invaded this land, I am sorry. My forefather done so bad to the indigenous people of Igodomigodo, the Yorubas, the Igbos, they meant in this land. I am so sorry, my children, please forgive me. He had to get up, and this man can't even get up. Selling them to give him money. He have private jets. How many people who came to see him have private jets? These people are working class citizens. These people work and pay tax. In America, don't you pay tax?
Yes, too many.
So you will take all your money and give to this man. The man who have
Nope.
private jets. Just listen to him.
Majesty, we are honored to be here today, and we are just rejoicing in the opportunity to be in Africa. Some of our travelers are here for the first time in Africa, so we really want to make them learn about the culture and meet the people so they can understand about the heritage. So we just are blessed to be here, and we're just honored to be in your presence. Because some companies, for example, African ancestry.com, they go and get samples in different ethnic groups all over, particularly West Africa. They
West
get
Africa. You see
sampling
what he's saying?
and because they have enough DNA for a particular region, but Benin within Nigeria.
You see what he's saying? He said most of them came from West Africa, this DNA. They're from West Africa. He said, but majority of them have this DNA. What is majority? 65 is majority, yeah? You understand? He's talking about 65% from this African America. They have the DNA. And you also have the DNA from this very place where we come from, the Yoruba. You understand what I mean? Huh?
Yeah.
You have the DNA. That's what we are saying now. Say no. Okay, let me play it.
And then within Ghana, they can see the Khan Shante. So, for example, my DNA has been sampled, and my matriarchal line comes from Guinea-Bissau. So we know it's a Balanta within Guinea-Bissau. And so a number of us have done that. So by having a sampling pool from the different ethnic groups, then they take our DNA and they compare, and they can find a particular village and a location where our ancestors actually came from.
Chief Edebiri, the Esogban of Benin Kingdom, come pray for the troops them as they come the palace. Now the Commissioner for Arts, Culture, Tourism and Diaspora matter, now he can explain the prayer where the Esogban of Benin, where you pray, give the African Focus Group for Benin language.
Oba Of Benin, my brothers and sisters, you are in the palace of His Royal Majesty, the most revered monarch in the world. I'm very proud to be a Benin son. We are very happy to be associated with His Royal Majesty. And
He looks so
His Royal
bored.
Majesty has prayed for you.
You say what?
He looks so bored.
Yeah, because it's and they are still maintaining it. I just want to listen to him, then we'll discuss. It's just about 2 minutes, we finish, okay?
Chief Edebiri Esogban of Benin. His Royal Majesty prayed for success for you people. He prayed for peace.
Sorry, look at what this idiot is saying. He's saying they're praying. What type of praying will you pray? People your forefathers sold to slave, you want to pray for them. Your forefather didn't pray for them. So people are very stupid. Will you take that prayer? That is a stupid prayer. It's the prayer of a sinner. It's an abomination before God. Look at people who are praying. They are so rich. Look at this one who is praying. This man was arrested in France with $2 million. And people cannot feed. We are feeding below 50 cents per day. And this one was caught with $2 million. They are so rich. The same family, criminals. Just look.
He prayed for safe trip. He prayed for good health. And he appreciates you tracing your roots back to Benin. You are in the palace of the most revered monarch, the custodian of Benin culture. So the blessing that you get here today is not common. You can't get it anywhere in the world. Oba Of Benin.
Omonoba Nedo Uku Apolopolo Oba Eware II, Oba of Benin, he can't respond, give the African Focus Group and everybody where they the palace, saying happy well, say them ready to find their roots, and they can't trace and reach Africa, come Benin City, will be the Ogidigan Kingdom for the whole world. He got talk, say the slave matter and their visit, now waiting in what they call bittersweet memory. As he happy say them come trace their roots, but he can't still they remind them of waiting.
Just look at what this man is saying. This Saudi Arabia man. Look, if this is how to address the people. Look at his speech. Because of he smoked too much cocaine, he sniff, he don't have sense. Look at
Chile for over 400 years ago, when slavery when it be enter Africa, and even enter Benin Kingdom. E come talk say the slavery wey shele for the 17th century e don become old news. The one wey we dey face now na wetin dem dey call modern slavery, that na human trafficking, and e go happy well well if the African Focus Group and many other people wey dey diaspora, if dem fit throway body join Edo State to take fight this katakata.
We thank you for deeming it fit to come to the palace today. We thank you for deeming it fit to trace your roots back.
Do you look at this man? This man is 68 years old. I want to put it here. This man is 68 years old. My father is 77 years old. My father can still go to the farm, walk. You understand what I mean? This man is 66 years old. This man cannot even stand up to address the indigenous people who came, who traced their DNA.
He can't even hold the microphone.
It can't even, oh, God bless you. Somebody's kneeling down. I don't know how they say it in American English. Somebody was on the nail. Kneeling down with his nail, putting the mic on his mouth.
Yeah.
It's a disgrace. He cannot hold the mic on his mouth. Does he have a Parkinson disease?
No.
Don't you
He's
see?
not shaking.
This is what we are fighting for. The problem we are having, these people have to go. We're not driving them out from our land. We said, we don't want this. We want to be free.
Yeah.
This is what I stand for. We have land. We have beautiful forests. We have beautiful game reserve. These people are selling it. That's what I'm saying today. Our people must come before now, 3 years' time. People like you people must come back home. The Yoruba, we are the Yoruba, we are the Igbos, we are the Godomigodos. These are one people. We people must come back to their land. This is the best place in the world to come to because of those criminals. Look at him. He's sitting down on this chair. He cannot stand up. He putting a black glass on his eye. Ask me if you have an eye problem or astigmatism.
Oh no.
This is not, there is nothing like sun in this place. This is a hall, a multi-million-dollar hall. Everybody is removing their glass. He is putting a dark shade. Where do we use dark shades? In the sun. Yes, it's the sunshade. He is putting a sunshade on his eye. Because the slavery, this man have ruled us. This is family came from Saudi Arabia. They have ruled us for more than 800 years. We can never know peace. People like you cannot come back home because of these criminals. Private jets. Sometimes he fly to Dubai with private jets. He married 2 sisters. How can somebody marry 2 sisters? Is that good? 2 biological sisters. Is that good? This man married 2 biological sisters. 68 years old man married 2 biological sisters. The eldest one was 19 years. The youngest one was 17 years. He married 2 sisters. Biological. In our culture of the Igodomigo, it's an abomination. He doesn't forbid anything. He doesn't forbid. He married his own cousins. He have 3 cousins in his palace. 3. How can you marry your cousin? Is that fair? This is a man who was sent to United States, to New Jersey, to school. He's going in America. He went there to learn how to smoke drug. He never learned how to study. We saying these things today. We want the whole world to know that those African Americans should stop hating us. This is the people who saw them. They also use this is. I'm coming to give a lecture. The African American must come back home. We have a foundation. We have a foundation. Our foundation must work with your organization. Our people must come back home. That's why we have our governor. We have a governor in our states. Later in the day, I will show you our governor. Our governor is trying. You know what I mean by governor? Governor of a state, just in America. Trying to do away with all those criminalities. Just look at this man. Look at what he's saying.
We're indeed joyful. At the same time, it's a situation of mixed feelings. joy and sadness because of the slavery days. We are, we, are, we are aware of some of the history. We have heard of the work of Marcus Garvey. We know about the work of Marcus Garvey, maybe not in so much detail. We have heard of work of the other civil rights activist, Martin.
You see what he's saying? He cannot even speak. The cocaine have, have eaten his brain. He can hold a microphone with his hands. He's talking about what do you call the name? The activist, civil rights activist,
Marcus Garvey?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will try to read the book. I will try to know more about the history of Marcus Garvey. You know, this is people, the people who fight for the rights of the African America. Look at him.
Luther King Jr., I have a dream, and all and so on and so forth. I say mixture of joy and sadness. We are thankful to God and our ancestors that you have survived 400 years. But we thank God all that is past. We want to put all that as much as possible behind us and look forward to the future. When you talk of the future, you know, somebody once said the future is now. Tomorrow is now. Tomorrow is an elusive concept. You find that you talk of slavery in those days, and today you must have heard of what they call modern slavery, modern human slavery. Still going on all over the place. We would,
you know, the African America who came from all the way from California, calculate how many thousands of kilometers, miles away. This man is talking about, they came to see, I don't know if this man have a mental problem, you know. The reason why these people came, they came to trace their ancestral home, where their forefather came from. They want to know what transpired, how we have been sold, what happened, why are we in here today instead of us to be at home, you know. The people want to know where they come from. Look at what this man is saying. He's saying different thing entirely. He's talking about modern human slavery. But what have modern human slavery got to do with the people your ancestors sold to slavery? You understand what I mean? Is that how a normal human should speak? No apology, no sympathy, no compensation, no show of romance, and you're just saying, oh, you have Marco Garvey, you have America McDonough, you have what is this? What is what is this? Eh?
we would like to implore you to join us to fight. We are to fight this human trafficking in Nigeria, in Benin.
You want to ask money? He will start asking money now. You have a private jet. The people who came from the United States of America, they don't have private jets. These are working class citizens. They work, they pay tax. You don't work. You are collecting millions of dollars from the government. You are collecting the money that's supposed to be used for the welfareism of the people. You understand? In my states, we have gas, we have oil, we have a lot of mineral resources. This man, he's collecting those money. He doesn't share it with other people. You understand what I mean? Okay, people who came from America, you don't even say, oh, let us collaborate with the state governments. Let us give these people big lands. Let us make it in remembrance of what happened. Let's compensate them. No, you are telling them to join you to fight slavery. What type of slavery? I don't know. And you are the slave master. You is the slave master. Look.
In particular, we are the vanguard of fighting these human trafficking menace in Benin. You may have heard about some not so nice reports in CNN that Benin is the hub of human trafficking and so on and so forth.
I want to explain this, what it's talking about to you. I am from Benin. This one is their families. Their families, do you know what they do? Just like we have California, they have San Francisco, you have Los Angeles, you have San Diego, you have different cities. Do you know what this man do? This man took appoint his brother illegally, unlawfully. They are behaving like pharaohs. He appoint his brother to each county or districts. I don't know how they call it in America. He appoints his brother there. All those money that is coming from the tax, this man and his family are the one enjoying it. They sell our villages. Like my friend village, this man sold the village of my friend at a rate of about $100 million. He will sell your village. When your village is being sold, people will run away. The reason why people are running away today from my region, if you come to Europe, 90% of people who take asylum, they are from this very state, from this very region, 90%. If you go to America today, if you see people from Africa, from Nigeria, 40% of them or 50% are from everybody's running away. I run away. My father have 3 children. All my younger brother is a lecturer in Atlanta University. He's a professor. My elder sister, my father have 4 children, sorry. I have 2 sisters in Italy. They ran away. My father don't have any children. We all run away because of this very man. We are scared. If we can be able to run away this time of 21st century, what our ancestors, are we not still running away? Our forefathers ran away and we are still running away. And this man is still there. People are still running away. And he is saying that people should come and give him money. People who trace their ancestral roots, they want to know where they come from. You sold, your forefathers sold them. You telling them to give you money. You want to fight Iraq war. Oh, they should give him money to expand his kingdom to Japan. No worry. I will beg Joe Biden to give you money. You will expand your kingdom of human sacrifice to China. That is what I will do for him. Listen.
And also prostitution and that is the fallout of all that. But we are doing our best here to reduce such incidents, to fight it, to keep it at bay. It may not be so easy, but we have to keep on trying. We have to keep on trying. We like to say that we have an opportunity to partner with whatever talent you all have acquired in the Americas, the talents you have acquired, the skills you have acquired, the knowledge you have acquired, to partner with us here in development of your roots, the economic development, socio-political development of your roots. Will be very much
I want
delighted
to I want to pick this call. Somebody's calling me. Just hold on. Okay.
Oba of Benin, come talk on top the better.
Before I pick this call, you saw the way the man was talking. Look at his eye with the eyeglass. He cannot get up, and he doesn't have a knee surgery, or maybe maybe have a leg pain. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. My English is different from your English, but I am trying to make difference. This man, these are the people. I will be coming to America. These are the people. We have to explain what happened. We have to explain what happened because most of the African America, they are not happy. You know what I mean? Some people, my friends, most of my friends are complaining. They say the African community, they're not happy. So we sold them. We never sold you. This the man said 50%. And he's still there today, still making pretty proud. All his children, they don't work. They collect millions of dollars, sell land, to collect money from government. They say they are a kingdom of human sacrifice. I don't know. So I just want to pick this call. I want to see what this our English is very different. Okay? Sometimes you may not understand this. You know what I mean, our African accent. So let me
No, I understand. I understand it.
Hello? Hello? Speak. I'm not hearing you. Please, can you speak louder?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I can hear you very clearly now.
Okay, but you know the reason why we are here? We are discussing about our African American who were sold to slaves, and most of them, they really want to know what happened. You know, that is the reason why we are here. Okay? Do you have anything to say? Hello?
Okay.
Can you speak?
Okay. Actually, I have many things to say. I have many things.
Speak.
I have many.
Speak what
I'm
you want to say. Speak
speaking.
for 2 minutes or 2 minutes. You know, some people call, I don't know, very funny. Yeah, of course, very funny. So I have to play it, okay? I want to listen when this man was asking for money. He was asking, for, my God, he was asking for money.
Our work with Edo State government they do under Godwin Obaseki administration to take improve political and social development for the state. Omonoba can talk about the Oba Eware the second foundation and the Palace Museum where them won't build will go be world standard museum for the world.
We have personally, I have a foundation which I have established, you know, to try to do some work in the area of helping the needy, in the area of reintegrating those illegal immigrants that survived where they were forcefully or cunningly taken to in Libya and so on and so forth, that were returned back to Nigeria. The NAPTIP has been working.
You see what this man is saying. The reason, the point of contact, the reason why these people came, they didn't came because people want to go to Europe. They came because of they want to know where their father come from. You understand my point? They want to know more about their identity. They want to know more about their culture. They want to know about their history. He is now telling them that he have a foundation, that those people who even save money for this travel, for this trip. This trip costs maybe about $2,000 for each person. You know what I mean? Do you know what it takes to have $2,000 in America? You must work for it. He doesn't work. He take the pick money from the street of America. So these people, they should bring money for him to smoke cocaine or to expand the kingdom. Listen.
Working very hard. The federal government has been working very hard. State government has been working very hard. We have been collaborating together. So we would like to call upon the distinguished group here
Listen.
to collaborate with us.
To collaborate. Do you know what mean collaboration? It have a foundation that these people should collaborate. No, collaboration is partner giving money. What are you going to do with money? You have private jets. Do you know to buy a private jet is about $1 million? You know what is $1 million to buy private jets? Those people who came, they don't have close to hundreds of dollars. So they should go and sell their property, their mortgage, and give to you. You who is $1 million man, they should give you the money to. Oh my God! Oh my God! You understand what I'm saying? So I just wanted to listen to his stupidity. This man is very funny.
See how
he laughed.
we can move these problems out of our society. We are trying to set up a palace museum, because I heard you went to visit some museums, but we want to.
You know what he's saying? Hello. Okay. My brothers and my sister, thank you very much. That is Okay, my sister, I have come back again.
I had a phone call and it disrupted
So
it.
thank you very
Sorry.
much. Okay, I have to continue playing it. He was saying that they should give him money. He want to build a museum. We want to know. I want to ask question. Is that the reason? Is it these people come because of the museum?
No.
Do these people came from America because they want to build museum for you? Huh?
No.
You sold their ancestors to slave. The people came. Okay, you didn't even show. You didn't even stand up. No, you didn't give respect to these people.
No.
You said you want to. They should give you money to build museum of human sacrifice, or where that you can do. You want to build a museum, and you will say, "Oh, I sold the highest slave in the history of black man world," and you sold the highest slaves. Or you use the people you meant in the land for human sacrifice. Please just let us listen to this. What is the idiot is saying? If what this man was saying reflects the reason why the people were there, it doesn't reflect. You saw in the beginning, the people said they came because after 400 years they want to relocate, and many of them want to know more about their identity, more about their cultural diversity, more about their history, more about their identity, more about their fourth ancestral life. That is the reason why they left. And you're not telling them to give you money, you want to build museum. And you say, he says he should collaborate with you. Please just listen.
Establish a palace museum in the palace grounds, right here. We want it to be very, very exclusive, to be a world-class museum. I've already designated a space.
What you see, I don't know if you understand my way of speaking. What concerns people who came to look for where their forefather come from? What concerns them with your museum? You want to build a museum inside your private property, so these people should give you money. Excuse me, if you want to build, if you live in a, if you want to build a palace, people build like a Michael Jackson have a villa. Though I should give money to, for him to build. Do I have a museum in my house? He want to build a museum in his palace because he's the king, Pharaoh. He want to have the whole world in his palace. Stupid man.
For it.
Listen.
We're working with the state government, working with the federal government, even the British Museum. They have all come to state their readiness to work with us. And perhaps you might be having some contribution you might want to make to get it off the ground.
You see what he's saying? He said they will be having a contribution to make. Who is going to give you money? This man is so rich. I want to show you the private jet. I want to show you the private jet of this man. Let me show you. This man.
I'm surprised the camera didn't show the reaction of that.
Okay.
From the African Americans sitting there. I'd love to have seen their reaction, because me just listening to him, when he would have said that, I would have just looked at him like, are you crazy?
Okay, God bless you. you know the reason why these people didn't respond. They were looking at him like fool. After these people left, they never came back again. If this man was a normal reasoning man, a man who reason, a man who think well, he could have created an history. History is made. He could have made an history instead of you to compensate those people. So, are you telling them to come and collaborate with you? Are those people government? Are they the American government? Even you cannot even tell Donald Trump to come and give you money. Can you do that in America? Can Donald Trump give you money? Look, this man is telling a responsible, a working class citizen, people who pay tax, people who work 2 jobs in America. Am I lying? People work 2 jobs in America. He's telling them to give the money to him. You don't work, you can't get up. If you want to drink water, people give him water on his mouth. He will hold his hands. He cannot put water on his mouth. He don't do not, very lazy. It's a very lazy people. We see slavery have been abolished 200 years ago, but in my states, I want to show you. I want to show you a picture of slaves. This man still have slaves in his palace. These are some of the things I will be coming. The people must know where their father come from. I want to show you something very important. You see? Can you see this?
I figured that one standing next to him was a slave.
These children, they are underage children. These children don't go to school. They are in the palace of the Oba. They don't go to school. They are just there. They are slaves. Slavery have been abolished. This man still have slavery.
There's one right there, standing next to him.
Look at another one I want to show you. I want to show you another one. Look, can you see this? These two women. These two sisters, biological sister. The other one is 19 years. The other one is 17 years. This old man married these two sisters. The same months sleeping with them, one have a child for him, two sisters. Is that not an abomination before God? Eh? Will you allow somebody to marry two of your daughter? Will you allow that to happen? Huh? Is it not forbidden?
Wait,
is it allowed in America for somebody to marry two sisters? What?
Is he related to them?
These two sisters, one is the same mother, the same father, born of the same mother, the same father. These two sisters. This man.
Yeah, but I'm asking, are they related to the Oba?
No, he married two of them. They are not. He married two of them and his wife, two sisters, born of the same father, the same mother.
Why is that? Well, I mean, there's polygamy is practiced in Africa, so I don't see what the problem is.
This is because of the evil these people are perpetrating. This is why I'm here today. I am here today because I want the whole world to know what is going on. Because we all are still under slavery in this hand of the black Arabs. These are the black Arabs who were driven away from Mecca. They are still enslaving us. So just listen to him before we go into public discussion, okay? Okay.
For us.
African Focus Group get donation to give the Oba Eware II Foundation to take support the ogbonge work where they happen for the foundation for Edo people.
African Focus Trailblazers Tours, we will make a donation to your foundation because of the great work you're doing, and we hope it will help to support the museum that you will build. Thank you.
I want to remove it. You see what they said? They said they will donate money for him. Eh? What? I don't understand. What was the purpose of this visit? You see? So you're welcome. Please, you can let us discuss. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you hear me? So the reason why I play you this video, I just want to show you who we are. We are peace-loving people. The culture we have is very good culture. And what person like me is trying to do, I am fighting for the past 5 years, trying to end this evil culture that is exported from the Middle East. That's what we are fighting for today. We want people like you to come back home. You understand what I mean? And we want the African America. That's why I have a foundation. I have a foundation, and my foundation is all about trying to uplift people from poverty, trying to enlighten people about their rights, trying to fight for people who have been oppressed, people who have been enslaved. You see the modern slavery, like this Oba of Benin, who is marrying two sisters, and enslaving underage children. This is what we stand for. And we're also in into history. One, most of the African Americans who were sold by this very man. We want to go to country like Argentina, most of those countries, to enlighten them that, oh, this is our path. We want to have a town hall meeting with people like you. We want people to know what happened. People have been born into fake theory. They don't tell them what happened to their ancestors. So you're welcome. You have any question or anything to say?
Um, on the part where you mentioned about how you wanted to just make us aware that you guys weren't the ones that sold us, but it was him who sold 50% of the slaves. So who sold the rest of the slaves if he only sold 50%?
Thank you very much. Let me answer this question. 50% of the slaves were sold by this very man. The rest percent, 50% or 47%, I'm talking about the West Africa, were sold by some of those kings, like the king of Ashanti. They also went to Ghana. Those ones sold some percentage. The rest was sold among those, what they call the people of Guinea-Bissau, the kings. And if you watch, most of all those kings, they migrated from the Middle East. They were chased out because they failed, they refused to accept Islam. The people who were chosen, if you look, the people who sold us, they are the black Arabs. They are from the Middle East. That is what am I trying to tell you is that the people who sold us, they are not our people. They are alien. That is the reason why they sold us, because you cannot sell your family. You cannot sell your family member. You cannot sell your children. That's
Well,
what
that's
happened.
interesting because when I visited Ghana last month, and we were talking to some of the locals there about Cape Coast and just what the history was in general, and they said that they were part of it, that their people sold their own people into slavery. They said they sold the northern tribes into slavery. They sold their cousins into slavery. They sold their brothers into slavery. He said sometimes it wasn't voluntary, sometimes they were forced to do it. But he said the reason why some of the northern tribes have been wiped out is because they sold the whole tribe, because they were men that were built and big and buff and they didn't really have use for them. So at least that's what the guy who told us that said.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know how true that, I don't know how true that is.
He is trying to make you put you in a. He's trying to tell you something that will make you. Oh, you will just say let bygone be bygone. Actually, if you go deep into the history of this Ghana, not the Ghanas who sold slaves, there were some tribes. Their king. I want to make it very clear to you. I want to use my region to start. My grandfather never sold slaves. My village people never sold slaves. The people who sold slaves were this Oba and his families. Do you know those history of the Ghana you are talking about? Those people just they are trained. This like that is the what they call it in diplomacy. He's talking to you. He's using diplomacy. Is the diplomatic means to address you so that you don't feel bored. You know what I mean? But actually, the people who sold the slaves were kings and queens. You know what I mean? Because nobody dare look at their eyes. You see this man in 21st century, this man is sitting down. He cannot hold mic on his mouth. Anytime this man sit down in the church, if he sometimes he go to church, maybe once in 10 years he go to church. If he sit down in the church or you want to talk, somebody will kneel down and put microphone on his mouth. If Donald Trump want to talk or the Biden, will anybody come and sit and kneel down and put a microphone? Will you be very happy if you were there that very day to see such an embarrassing culture? Culture. You maybe these people just came, they saw the way this man behaved, they didn't come back. This man collected money from them. Why must you collect money from these people? It's not good.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Well,
So,
I had another question.
okay.
You were when you were showing me the pictures of the children and the palace, and then the other, and then you showed the two sisters and stuff. So, what do the children do, or the people are that you were saying are slaves? Are they not being? What do they? How do you know they're slaves? Like, are they not being paid? Are they forced there against their will? are they working and not getting anything out of it? I mean, like, how do you know they're slaves? Like,
Okay, I want to explain to you. Thank you very much for that beautiful question. Can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you.
I want to put it so that you can see me very well. Just hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, you can you see these children right now?
Yeah.
These children you are saying now, in 14th century, these people came to our land in 13th century. In 14th century, the one of their king, one of the king is called Oba Ewari the first. This is the second. That one came in 14th century. That is the ancestor of this very one. Do you know how these people come about? This one I want to say, the reason why I say they are slaves. These people were employed as slaves, not employed, they were captured as slaves. So in the palace, the Oba of Benin is entitled to marry 214 wives.
What?
You understand what I will give you the book. We have all of them in PDF. In the law, the Oba married 214 wives. And when the Oba of Benin died, all the wife will be killed in his grave. No man on earth can ever sleep with those women. It's an abomination. It's forbidden. I just want to explain to you the history. You know, I'm very good in history. So, do you know why you see all those boys? These boys are in the palace to go and fetch water for the Oba, to go and do this for the palace. That is in those days. Anything the Oba want to do, they do it. So in 14th century, if Oba Abini want to sleep with his wife, in those days and in ancient days, those people will hold lamp. You know lamp? Lamp. They will hold lamp. They will hold it. The Oba Abini will be sleeping with his wife. So one day, the Oba Abini was sleeping with his wife. The penis of this child race, the Oba Abini says an abomination. How can the penis of this one race? The penis was cut off and the boy died immediately. From that very day, the Oba Abini make a law that all the children that will live in the palace will be castrated. You know how they castrate animal? Those children were castrated up till 1936. It was the British who stopped it. All the male in the palace who are working, they are being castrated so that they will not sleep with the wife of the Oba. You understand what I mean? So, up till today, these children you are seeing there, these children, let me show you again, these children, the reason why I say they are slaves, those children are brought from different villages. What the Benin law and custom says, when you have twins, you take one to the Oba as slave.
What?
When you give birth to twins, you will take one by yourself to the Oba as a slave. If it's a boy, it will be castrated like goats, like animal. Those people will be there. Anytime the Oba Abini want to do human sacrifice, sometimes he pick among them for human sacrifice. This is the culture. If you want to know more about our history, you go to Google. You Google it, you write BENIN, then you gap, you put CITY, you write Benin City, right? Human sacrifice. Google will put you through, you learn more about the tradition. So those children, like these very children, I took the picture from the palace. Those children, they don't wear clothes. It was the British who tell the Oba to allow them to wear clothes. If you look at their leg, they have irons on their hands, like you a criminal. You know when you're training a criminal, just look at them very well. Look at their legs. You can look at some of their hand. They have iron. I will show you another picture. Use their leg. They have iron. The Oba family, all those children, you cannot see any Oba family among those children. Those children don't go to school. They live inside the palace. They cannot sleep with women. They will be there until 40 years. Those children will be in the palace until when they are 40 years old. They are forbidden from sleeping with women. They don't go to school. They just remain in the palace. Slaves. I have wrote a letter to United Nations. I have wrote a letter to European Union Human Rights Commission. I have wrote a letter to Amnesty International. I have wrote a letter to African Union. In 21st century, in Nigeria, it is only in Benin that we still have slaves. After slavery have been abolished for more than 200 years. And these children are still there. There was the other day I brought out a GoFundMe account. I said people should support me. Then I want to have a lawyer. I want to take this man to court. At the end of the day, I was able to raise about $600. And $600 was too small for me because the Oba still have slaves. These children you are seeing are not his family. They are not educated. They cannot go to school. They will just be there. Sometimes some of them will stay 15 years, 20 years. At the end of the day, when they come back from this palace, they become useless in life. So that is what somebody who cannot go to school, who cannot move out of the palace, who cannot sleep with women, who his movement is being restricted. Is that not a slave or a prisoner? Is it not a slave or a prisoner? What? So you are not a you are not a prisoner. You cannot wear normal clothes. These people, look at them. I want to show you again. Look, this is the cloth they wear. Small children. They are more than 200. They are more than 200. They don't go to school. They don't do nothing. They're inside the palace. And the Babin is, I don't know. I have wrote a letter to my governor. We have a governor. My governor is one of the best governors in Nigeria. I have wrote a letter to our governor. And our governor, he's trying all his possible best. Our governor school in America. But something, if you see Tupac said, take the evil out of the people, they'll be acting fine. People have been born into this fake theory, this wrong information. Up till today, you can look at the comments. Some people still believe that the Oba of Benin was God. When we were young, they told us that there was nothing like God, that this useless Oba was God. But I came out and said, no, this man cannot be God. This man uses us for human sacrifice. The first Pentecostal church in Nigeria, the pastor hailed from my state. So your question, that these children, they are slaves. This is what we are trying to do today, to see how we can be able to collaborate with our state government to intervene and free these children from modern slavery. This man is still harboring slaves in his palace.
Okay. So,
thank you.
Interesting point of view on that. I'm not there, so I definitely can't,
Yeah.
comment on what my perception of that would be, because I have not seen it myself, and you were just showing me all this for the first time, so this is all pretty much new to me. Although our perceptions of modern day slavery are quite different based on our experiences, obviously.
Yes.
Here modern day slavery is sending our brothers and sisters to jail for marijuana crimes and giving them 4 or 5 times the amount of sentence that they would give a white person, just so that they can get the free labor and pay them pennies on a dime. So, yeah, that's our modern day slavery here in the U.S. But I wanted.
Go on.
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. I wanted to go back to where you had said that you want African Americans to leave our place of living right now and come back to Africa and come home, basically, especially to, you said, especially come back to Nigeria because most
Yeah,
of us are from Nigeria. And the way you were saying how, you know, a lot of us are running to Kenya and Tanzania.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I know we talked a little about this earlier, but the reason a lot of us are running to Kenya and Tanzania is the way of life there is a lot more simpler and a lot easier than the West African way of life. Because when, just for my experience, I visited Tanzania in November last year, and it was much more calmer and more peaceful than what I experienced in Ghana. In Ghana, it seems like a majority of, at least in Accra, the majority of the culture is trying to be like the Black Americans and trying very hard to be like the Black Americans, which
yeah.
I being a Black American, I don't understand that. But
And
it was really fast paced. People were polite with an attitude. That's what I like to call it, polite with an attitude. And the minute they found out we were American, it was, oh, you're American. Let me tell you about the history of Ghana. Let me tell you about this. Let me take you here. Let me take you there. That was great, but it was, let me take you here. It's gonna cost you this. Let me take you there. It's gonna cost you this. And it was like, I felt like I didn't feel as welcomed in Ghana as I did in Tanzania. And that's just my experience. Other people may have had better and different experiences.
uh,
And the thing I realized is, like you were saying, it is really the leaders who are taking all these lovely luxuries
yeah,
and, you know, not sharing it with the people, and the people are poor. And Nigeria, from what I've heard now, is going through this long historic battle between the Fulani and the other tribes, mainly. So it's mainly the other tribes against Fulani. And they have this continuous quote unquote civil war going on. That's what they like to call it here.
I want to throw more
And
light. I want to share more light about. I want to show more light about the first. What you said about. I want to repeat it again. I want to make it very short. The reason why I'm here today, the reason why I'm here with you today, we want we want a better life for our people, and we want people like you to come back home. You understand? So, like, or you don't know about our people. It has been a long time. Your ancestors left. You don't know about our culture, our live. Without saying this, hearing from me, you will not know. You know this. What am I trying to do today? First and foremost, I am trying to be a good ambassador of the African to our African Americans. What am I? Why am I saying all this? One, the place where your ancestor was being sold, there is no peace in that place. If you come to Benin today, there is no peace. People are running
right.
away. The land is full of evil. People are dying. People are human sacrifice, killings.
Mhm.
Because the reason why these things are happening, because the gods of our forefathers, our ancestors, are angry with we, people like me, because we have not been able for the past 800 years to stop these evil people who migrated from what do you call that country as the Middle East. So what am I trying to say you today? Now, thank God today we have a good governor. Our governor, school in America, is an intelligent man, and he is trying to do his best. He's changing the developmental structure of our region. We have close to 18,000 or 20 kilometer hectares of land, square kilometer of land, you know. So if the African America who we have a land that can accommodate them, but we don't want them to come and to be exposed to these criminals. So what I want to say is very simple. I want to make it very clear that now that we have a good governor, and the governor is working very hard to create a good atmosphere, a peaceful atmosphere whereby tourists and investors can come, where people like you can come and say, yes, this is my home. When you see your fellow Africa, oh, he doesn't need to tell you, give me money, let me show you this, give me money, all those rubbish. It doesn't happen anymore. These are some of the things we are trying to inculcate into our families. You are my sister. You understand what I mean? Oh, I love you, give me money. This, no, we don't want this. Because when the people are poor, a community where people are poor, people don't work. Their thought is all about criminality, how to steal, how to do this, how to beg money. These are things that will coming out. So I want to put word before you today that between now and 2 years time from now, we are going to join, people like me are going to join hands with our governor, trying to make our region have a good name. We will try our possible best to make sure that these people that are blocking our progress, people that are bringing bad names to us, people like this traditional Oba, have to be put to an end. So I want to say today that my coming to United States of America is to educate our people, particularly those of our brothers and sisters, people like you, who traced your ancestral roots to this very part of the world. We want to create a tourist city where people can come. We want to say, oh, you come, oh, when you come, we can give you a place, oh, free. You know what I mean? You have a place. Nobody will tell you, come and pay tax, come and pay this, come and pay this. We want to draw more tourists and want to draw the attention of our forefathers, for our ancestors. So that is what we are working, and that is what I stand for. I have my foundation and I'm ready to partner with. The reason why I want to partner with any of your foundation is because I am coming to America, for example, I live in Germany, to educate our people. So look, we are not the one who sold those people. It was the kings who sold them. The agreement with the Portuguese was not with my father. And secondly, we're talking about the Fulani. I want to talk about the Fulani.
Wait,
You want
before we go to the Fulani, let's
let's
dive a
talk
little
about
bit more,
the Fulani.
into that. No, let's dive a little bit more into that, because you say it. Okay, it's not you, it's the king. Now the king is only one person, so the king has to have people that are working under him that do his bidding, because you can't conquer 200 villages with one person by yourself and take all these people as slaves by yourself. He's got to have people under him that are answering to him, that are doing this for him. So those people are normal everyday people that work for the king. So technically, yes, it's still our people that have sold us. On the other end of that aspect, the Portuguese are not exempt or exonerated from this just because they made an agreement with the king that he was going to
I want to show sorry
sell
to,
us.
sorry to cut you short.
Wait, let me
Okay.
finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
It's not that we want to blame the Portuguese or the white people in general. That's not what we're blaming. See, the reason that we have this animosity towards our slavers and towards whoever it was that sold us is because majority of those who sold us don't know the kind of conditions we were put into. That's what we've been told. I don't know how true it is, but it could be true.
It's not true. It's
I
not
don't.
true. It was not
Okay,
true.
so you knew. So chattel. Let me tell you about the slavery in America. The slavery in America, chattel slavery, was only practiced in America. The other slavery, like slavery in the UK, slavery in Cuba, slavery in these other places, was not the same as American slavery. American slavery was a lot worse. And that is why we have that animosity towards the English in general, because they're the ones who came over here and stole people's land and claimed this land as their own, and then brought over millions of slaves to come and build this country up. So you have to keep that in mind when you say, don't blame the Portuguese, don't blame these people, don't blame, just blame the people who sold you. Because it was a two-way street. Yeah, they sold us, but these people are the ones who broke us. These people are the ones who ripped us away from our families when we were brought to another land and forced to marry people we don't know and have children with slave masters. They were the ones who whipped us, tore the skin off of our backs. They were the ones who castrated us, who put us in trees, set us on fire, things like that. They still do that. We've had 5 hangings in the last 2 years, and they want to say it's suicide. Black people don't hang ourselves. We don't hang ourselves. That is a white thing. White people do that to us. And they want to sit there and say that we committed suicide. So it's not, we can't sit there and say those people are not responsible. We just can't. It's not going to happen.
I want to make a point. I am not saying you should blame the Portuguese. I am not saying you should blame them. But what am I trying to tell you? What I'm trying to tell you is that I'm talking about the history of where I come from. When the Portuguese approached our people, we never sold our people. I'm talking about the place where 50% of the slaves were being sold. I only know more about where I come from. It was this very king. Before do you know, please, you have to go more about our history. Before the Portuguese came, the Oba was already using us for human sacrifice. I'd rather be slave than being used for human sacrifice. Look at what the Oba of Benin is doing to people. I just want to show you. In those days, he will use people to take oaths. When you take these oaths, you will be subservient to him as a slave. Just look. You see what the Oba of Benin is you know what it's making to people. In those days, they will bring out this type of oaths. You drink these oaths, then you will remain slave to this Oba. I want to show you. I just want to show you some of.
Láti wẹ̀.
Lórí ọ̀tọ̀bọ̀.
Wọ́n lọ́wọ́ kan lórí ẹ̀tọ́bọ̀.
Lórí Kọbazọba.
Tó fanu ya wọ́n gbé.
Wẹ́ẹ̀yìn náà sọ̀rọ̀ àbúrò ẹ̀dìmọ́fì.
Wẹ́ òbọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ adé.
Òbọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ adé.
Ọ̀rọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ àbúrò. Wẹ́ ọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ àbúrò. Ugbe. Wọ́n lábẹ́ wùgẹ́. Ẹ̀bọ̀. Lórí kámù gbégbótọ̀.
Lórí kámù gbégbótọ̀.
Wà fún yìí. Ọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀yùkọ́ àyàgbò ẹ̀yẹn.
Ugbe.
Do you want I explain this place to you? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you know what happened this place? This man live in Germany. I want to show you. See, when you were talking about the Portuguese, we know they committed genocide. But this very man, this is the palace of this very Oba. They can kill you, and the government will not ask. Up till tomorrow, they are still doing all this atrocity. I just want to show you the reason why I am putting the blame on this very Oba and his gang who came from Saudi Arabia. You see, in 21st century, if this happened about 2 years ago, somebody in Germany who cried out. Look at what the man said. I just want to show you. The man said in English. Look at what the man said in English language. Okay, look at the man here.
If you don't change the justice before this election, make sure the youth have job. Make sure the youth have been patronized with chairman, councillor everywhere. And the year I said there are 6 billion. Now they collect before they put person for chairman. Wow, Oba. Now what is stopping this?
Immediately this man criticized the Oba, that the Oba of Benin is collecting millions of euros. He's enriching himself. People are running away. People are suffering. Immediately this man speak out. In those days, this man supposed to be used for human sacrifice, and the family will be sold into slavery. Immediately this man speak. You don't speak. It's forbidden, even though they are killing your family. Where you come from, you cannot speak. As an American, can't you speak? In America, don't you have right to speak? Like me, my father was being kidnapped, and my father was being poisoned. I spent almost about $10,000. Not me alone. A lot of our followers supported me. But see, the reason why I'm telling you this, they use our people for oaths. Our people can't do all the things you are seeing immediately, just like you are joining a secret court. When you join a secret court, you will abide by the oath. Am I lying? They use cultism to brainwash and manipulate our people. I am not saying the Portuguese are not to blame, but you don't put all the blame on the Portuguese.
I don't. I put it on everybody who was involved.
Why am I saying this? We never sold slaves. In my region, it was the Oba. And one of these days, you try to know more history about where you come from. In my region, where I come from, many people ran away. People were running into the forest, and they were being traced to the forest and be tracked and returned for slavery. You say he said he conquered 210 communities. You were at war with 210 communities. How can you be at war with 210 communities? You were selling people, conquering them, taking them to slave. And these people were the order from the Oba. And the Portuguese will give them this type of shirt I'm wearing, give them this type of beads. Anytime you see these beads, people that are putting these beads is mostly found in West Africa. They sold us for beads, for spoon, for
so
cloth.
My question is, if what he's doing was such an atrocity, such evilness, then and you're saying he's not even from that area, he's from Saudi Arabia, and he conquered, then if what he's doing is so bad, then why do people follow him?
Actually, thank you for that. That's a very beautiful question for me. Tupac says somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. You know, Martin Luther King, before the coming of Martin Luther King, the African American were suffering. People tried to do it, but they never succeed. But Martin Luther King was able to do it peacefully and negotiate with the government. Am I lying?
Martin Luther King was being used as a puppet the first part of his career until he realized that the nonviolence thing that he was spewing was not going to work and was actually part of the problem. He decided to change his tone. And when he decided to change his tone and tell the people to wake up, and he was starting to talk more like Malcolm X, they assassinated him. So I wouldn't use Martin Luther King as a good example for that. But on top of that, the reason it didn't work is because, first of all, African Americans, we didn't have the unity or the numbers at that time in the groups that were unified to take on a whole entire system. And that's what we were doing, taking on a whole system. We weren't taking on one man. That's why I'm asking, if he is the one that is creating all these problems, if he came here, how did he conquer and do all this and have all these and able to do all this if the people weren't willing to follow him?
That's a very beautiful question. How it all dovetails. We were living peacefully. We have the Igbos. I don't know if you have heard about the Igbos ethnic groups. There's a people called Igbos. We have a lot of cultural diversity. We have different tribes. We are just like tribe of Israel. We are not Israel, but we are living peacefully. We don't have this really tradition of killings. It's an abomination for anyone to kill in our society. This man brought war to our lands, the land of Idu. In 12th to 13th century, they brought a war. And the end, they never succeeded. We defeated them. After the defeats, they decided to make a peace and they started marrying our people. Then in 14th century, our people rise up. They said, no, the tradition you brought from the Middle East is a human sacrifice. This is not part of our culture. Our people started running away. People ran to Ghana. If you go to Ghana, we have three regions in Ghana where our people run to Ghana. If you go to Accra region, the people who live there, the indigenous people, they are from our region, they are from Edo State. If you look at their face, they have two types of people in Ghana. There are some of them, their face very strong. You look at the other one, is very different, like our face. People started running away from the land because we were not used to this culture they brought from the Middle East. At the end, the reason why they married one of our sister, and our sister have a son with them. Through this, they penetrated into our system. They brought different type of idols, voodoos, to our land. They started using all these things to manipulate us. When people were running away. They penetrated with trick, just like the way the white America came into America to penetrate the aborigine, the indigenous. That's how they came to our land. For many years, they have been there for more than 700 years, using us for human sacrifice, selling us for slavery, castrating us. A lot of evil that were being done in America, the one this man done is worse than what happened in America. Because he's there. That is why when you are there, your secret will be hidden. So the reason our people have been running away, even the British came and helped us in 1897. The man was arrested. He even used 7 British for human sacrifice. The British people who came to trade with him, he captured them and killed 6 of them and used 1 for human sacrifice. So the British were shocked. How can you use us for human sacrifice? They came, and this family of this very Oba who participated in this human sacrifice were executed by the British. And this Oba was taken to another province called Calabar. He spent 17 years in exile and he died here. People were so happy. We were not having nothing like Oba. People who ran away about 700, 600 years ago, they started coming. Automatically, we never know what happened. The British just installed him as a traditional ruler. Since then, this man have been there. Our people don't know peace. So that is why I came out. I have my organization, a human rights activist. I have wrote a letter to the governor for our states, pleading with the government of our states to do something. Our problem is this man. Our problem is not the government. As of today, in Germany, I'm facing 2 different court cases. I don't know how the Oba of Benin, who live in Africa country, he took me to court. He have 3 lawyers. For you to consult a German lawyer when you live in Africa, you don't have a resident permit in this country. He's seeking my extradition. He's telling the German authority to extradite me, like Edward Snowden. I am the
Yeah,
Edward
they
Snowden
did extradite him, yeah.
of Edo State. He's begging the government to extradite me. I have a family. I have a wife and children. He's telling the government to extradite me to Nigeria so that he can use me for human sacrifice or poison me. Or they should restrain me from fighting for my people. That is what we are trying to do today. Let me just answer your question. A lot of our people are waking up. You can see the comment section. The Oba Benin is sharing money for people. You can see out of 100% of the comments, about 85% of them are supporting me. But in the beginning, 98% was against me. But today, 85% of the comment section, they are supporting me. That is it. Let me pick this call. Just look what this man is going to say. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Where are you calling
How
from?
are you?
Fine. Where are you calling from?
Calling from US.
Okay, go on.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria.
Okay. Oh, yeah, say something.
So I've been following your program for a while. So I thank you for eyes opening, for our people, So I want to enlighten our sister over there, the one from America, the black lady over there.
Okay.
She's from America. She's from America?
She lives in California. Where do you live?
Yeah. Okay. California, yeah.
California.
Okay, she lives in California.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we are close to each other. Yeah, we are same state.
Okay.
Los Angeles. Yeah, I still in Los Angeles.
Okay. You also live in Los Angeles. Where do you live in America? You?
So, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing
you. Breaking up.
I'm talking to you, Lady Mac. I don't Macaulay. Is it correct?
Michelin.
Michelin. Okay, go on. Okay.
See what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I'm referring this to the lady over there. It's a very long story that is not everything she will understand what you're trying to say. But most of the time I start following you, I start noticing that after the amalgamation, after the slavery, we still have the slave control people that still remaining. Someone like Oba and the Fulanis, they're still holding the people down. So she don't need to ask you much question on what you're trying to say. All she have to do is that she's very educated. I've seen the way she talks. Let's her go and do her own research.
Thank you very much.
You understand what I mean?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let her go and do her own research. And when she finish doing her own research, she will now understand what you're trying to say. Because I'm finding it difficult to explain to her very well based on the language barrier, the way she speaks and the way you speak too doesn't match together.
I understand. I understand her. Sorry, sir. I understand her because I live in Western world. I live in Spain. I also live in Germany before Spain. I understand her English, but because of her, maybe she's using the mouthpiece she's using. So anytime she's speaking, I have to put my ear close so that I can hear what she's saying. Everything she say, I hear everything. So I want to tell her to go so that we can put it another day so we can continue. So you call me back later. Let me talk to her. Okay? Thank you. So I am so happy. I think we cannot finish the program today. I think we have to restart it one of those days, and we have to build a very good relationship. We want you are from what do you say? You say you are from your ancestral roots come from Yoruba.
Yoruba and Fulani.
Okay.
And that's just my mother's side. I don't know my dad's side.
No, we are not fighting.
No,
So
I'm just saying that's I only know 50%. 50% of me is Yoruba and Fulani. So
how many percent? I don't understand. Make me understand.
So when we do our African ancestry DNA test here in the US, you have to, if you are female, you can only do a test based on your maternal DNA or your matriarchal, sorry, not maternal, matriarchal DNA. So that's your mother's side. If you want to know your patriarchal DNA, you have to have either a uncle of your father, your brother, or somebody like that that's a male do the DNA test to find out the patriarchal side of your DNA. Because as you know, with DNA, you have DNA from both parents, mother and
Yeah,
father.
you're right.
Right. So the percentage from my mother, since I'm a female, the percentage of my mother is Fulani and Yoruba.
How many
I
percent
don't
is
know.
Yoruba?
Huh?
How many percent is Yoruba?
They didn't give me like the actual percentage. It's just saying that my DNA from my mother's side is traced back all the way to Fulani and Yoruba. That's all it says. Doesn't give
But
you a number on
the
their
Fulani
test.
was talking about the Fulani from Guinea, or which country they were talking about? Which of the Fulani?
They did all it says is Fulani Yoruba in the region now known as Nigeria. That's
My God.
literally all it says. That's literally all it says. I was like, okay,
Oh
that's not
my
a big
God,
help.
it's very funny. If the Fulani is from Nigeria, that is you're talking about. It was lately because it was 18th century the Fulani came to Nigeria. That is to say that your ancestor was sold 18th century. I don't. That is what I'm trying to say. So now I want to thank you for coming today, but we don't want to talk about Fulani today because that's going to take a long time. People will call. So I will be very happy to meet with you again. And how old are you?
I am 36.
36. 36.
Yeah.
Okay. I am happy to meet with you. And now today I know you have learned a little more about our identity, about our history, and the reason, some of the factors that are making people like you not to come to our land. You are in Nigeria, but you have never come to Nigeria once, yeah?
No. Yeah.
This is the bridge we are trying to build today. I want to make it very short so that you can go do something else. We are trying, people like us, we are trying to divide the country. We have to have a referendum so that we can have a country where our families, people like you, can come back home. Oh, this is my family. Oh, not you giving. You will always get back. Life is all about give and get. You understand? When you work, you give. Then they give you back. This is how all the life, all about is. You know, this is what we are building. And we will partner with people like you. And I want to continue to be very close to you. Our people are so happy seeing you, and we will share with each other, and we'll continue. I will continue to anytime to invite you. We have any topic that we have to say, apart from slavery, apart from the olden days, apart from the atrocity. There are many things that will impact people like you, something that can draw you back home, and something that can make you to come back home. And which type of home are you going? You have to know how does the home look like. You know what I mean? These are some of the things people like me, the Edward Snowden of our heads. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let me leave you from here. Thank you.
Thank you.
You have anything to say to the people? You have anything to any hello to them or anything?
Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to let them know when I have you on my show, so that way they can tune in as well when we do that. But that's interesting. I appreciate your insight and perspective on things, and I also appreciate everybody who listened and tuned in, and the comments that were said.
Thank you so much.
Some of them were
Thank
quite
you.
interesting.
Happy. Thank you so much. God bless
Yeah,
you.
you
God
too.
bless you. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
My brothers and my sisters, anybody want to call can call. So we cannot be suffering and smiling. So our people have to know what happened. So those our Africans, America, who were sold by the ancestors of the Saudinas, I say Saudinas, what they call it, the Saudi Arabia, Oba of Benin. We are not fighting. They cannot be putting all the blames. They cannot be putting all the blames on the Portuguese. The rule the Oba of Benin and his forefather play. So people to know where they come from. They want to know where they come from. Yeah. So that is anybody want to call can call. Okay. Ó wá tó bàbá dọ́mọ̀. Ó wá tó. Ìmọ̀ àmọ́ tó tàbí yẹn kìíní akéré.
I want to say something to the general public here because you shared it. I saw this on my Facebook where you shared. I want to say this to general public. The last statement that we made. We said that he made the announcement that there's going to be a massive what's it called tourist center about these artifacts.
Museum.
Museum. We make that mention. So I want to ask the general public and the Federal Republic of Nigeria and all over the world and the citizens of Edo State and the family of Oba, between Oba and the governor, which is Godwin Obaseki, which one is betraying themselves? Because Oba made it clear to the public that he is making the negotiation, to the governor that if they can do what he said, when the governor said yes, now he is not saying that the governor is the betrayer, which according to the message of Curtis Ugbo. So I want the world to know, is it Oba Benin is a betrayer or Governor Godwin Obaseki is a betrayer? Because this is very simple. When I'm just coming from work right now. So I watch it before.
Thank you very much. Let me respond. Let me respond to this.
I want the general public to go and watch that.
Thank you very much. Let me speak.
That is between Governor Godwin Obaseki or Governor Obaseki is betraying the Oba Benin. They should come up with that way and give us the answer.
Thank you. Let me respond to your statement, sir. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you. Anybody who want to call can call. The reason why who is calling on the live video? So anybody want to call can call. The reason why we are here, those our African American who were sold to slaves, they want to come back home. They want to come and invest. So the only person who can help us is the government, is the governor of Edo State. So we want to let the people know that we can bring investment to our states. But before we are allowing these people to come, those Okaile, Okao, Ohe, Onogi, all those Oba of Benin lieutenants, these criminals, they have to be sent to prison. This is why I say a constitution, these people are not used to Okaile, selling lands. They don't have any other means of living apart from constituting nuisance, deputy Oba, animals. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
Fine, sir.
I've been watching watching you with the American girl.
Yes.
It was quite interesting.
Thank you, sir.
But the part that did not get right was when you lied to her that they take twins from Benin to the palace and play. Yes, they do that.
You say?
That those people in the palace that they were taking their twins.
I didn't say they are twins, so you don't understand what I say. You have to listen very well. I said the Oba of Benin married two sisters. The Oba of Benin doesn't forbid anything. I say one is the born of the same mother, the same father. Is that a lie?
Those guys serving the Oba there.
Those were not twins, nah. Those are not twins. I say.
You said if they give birth in Benin.
No, Oga, let me clarify that place now. Let me clarify myself. Go and read the Benin law and custom. What is written there, Oga? See, this is Benin. It's in Oba Palace. You go to Oba Palace. You want to buy Benin law and custom. Do you know what is written there, sir? It's written in Benin law and custom that the Oba of Benin does not forbid anything. It is the Benin people. And that is what I am saying. And the second one, Oga, listen now. Benin law and custom. The second line says, in Benin, and I will screenshot all this place to you in the name of God. When you have twins in Benin, you will give one in those, not now when you grow now. It's written in Benin law and custom. You give one to the Oba. Sir?
Why didn't you tell her not now? Why didn't you tell her that?
No, I am telling you they are caste tradition. The slavery is not now. The slave is not now. Oga, you are just manipulating word for me. The slave you are talking about, not twins now. Baba, these people are not twins. I didn't say they are twins. See, these people are not. I didn't say they are twins. Do you see twins inside there? Oga, don't say they are twins. Don't say twins. There's no twins there. Do you see twins there? I say in those days, twins. When you have twins, you give one to the Oba. That is the law. In Benin law and custom, can I send you the book? Oga, what you are saying, you are contradicting people here. I am an educated man, oh. Oga, I went to Edo College. Me and Oba Abini went to the same school. Me and the Oba Abini, we went to the same school. Oba Abini went to Edo College. I also went to Edo College. Oga, don't underrate me. I'm even more educated more than the Oba. Oba Abini, who never even went to university, don't even read. People were writing an exam for him. Let him bring his results. Say he read the economy. I am punishing that man with the truth. Look at what this man is saying. We want the whole world to know, because this our sister we have discussed. I will be going to America very soon. We want to host a town hall meeting. I want to educate them. People want to know where they come from. Please, if you want to call. Anybody want to call. People want to know where they come from. She says she has been watching me from America. One of our American brothers was also watching me. They want to really know what happened. And this is the things. Let the Obabini be fooling himself there. I will be doing the traveling to America, to Canada, to London. I want to make history. Let him be fooling himself there. Those kingdoms must end. I'm not saying this thing must stop. A kingdom, you call, you never say they never use human being for sacrifice. Why can't you come and say, hey, we don't use human being? Who were you using for human sacrifice? Tell us. Please, you want to call, not when I leave the live video, start calling.
In my city, read African history. Read of Benin City, B-E-N-I-N-C-I-T-Y. Up to 21 years ago, they used human beings for sacrifice. Human beings for sacrifice. When God raised me, he said the government will not stop it but you. I said, who? I said, my grandparents are involved. He said, you will start from there. You start from your house. I said, they will kill me. He said, not when you are in me. For your life is hid in Christ, and Christ is hid in God. Yeah. So anybody who wants to kill you has to kill God first, then kill Christ before killing you. Can you say hallelujah? Those of you who are looking for vocabularies, you are looking for vocabularies. You will not find it tonight, but you'll find life.
Amen. Amen.
The kingdom of God is not in grammar. It's in power. Say power. Say power. It's time for the kingdom people to wake up. And demon leaders will come and say, can you say hallelujah? The Bible did not say run from the devil, he shall run from you. He said resist the devil and he will flee from you. Say hallelujah. So I said to God, do you say I can cast that devil? He said yes. Do you say that is my job? He said yes. I said fine. I went to the roundabout of my city. I fasted 7 days. And the Lord told me to go around the roundabout. I don't know what you call roundabout here, but in English we call it roundabout. Huh? Intersection. The center of your city. Downtown. In my city, read African history. Read of Benin City, B-E-N-I-N-C-I-T-Y. Up to 21 years ago, they used human beings for sacrifice. Human beings for sacrifice. When God raised me, he said the government will not stop it but you. I said, who? I said, my grandparents are involved. He said, you will start from there. You start from your house. I said, they will kill me. He said, not when you are in me. Amen. For your life is hid in Christ, and Christ is hid in God. Yeah. So anybody who wants to kill you has to kill God first, then kill Christ before killing you. Can you say hallelujah? Those of you who are looking for vocabularies, you are looking for vocabularies. You will not find it tonight, but you'll find life.
Amen. Amen.
The kingdom of God is not in grammar. It's in power. Say power. Say power. It's time for the kingdom people to wake up. And demon leaders will come and say, can you say hallelujah? The Bible did not say run from the devil. In my city, read African history. Read of Benin City, B-E-N-I-N-C-I-T-Y. Up to 21 years ago, they used human beings for sacrifice. Human beings for sacrifice. When God raised me, he said the government will not stop it but you. I said, who? I said, my grandparents are involved. He said, you will start from there. You start from your house. I said, they will kill me. He said, not when you are in me. Amen. For your life is hid in Christ, and Christ is hid in God. Yeah. So anybody who wants to kill you has to kill God first, then kill Christ before killing you. Can you say hallelujah? Those of you who are looking for vocabularies, you are looking for vocabularies. You will not find it tonight, but you'll find life.
Amen.
The kingdom of God is not in grammar. It's in power. Say power. Say power. It's time for the kingdom people to wake up. And demon leaders will come and say, can you say hallelujah? The Bible did not say run from the devil, he shall run from you. He said, resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
You see what the Dawsa talk? He said it is time for the kingdom people to wake up. See, the Bible did not say run from the devil. The Bible says resist the devil. What is the devil? There's these people. Look how they are treating us. God will help me. God, my forefather. I will not wait for God forever to come and help me. I will continue to cry for my people to join me. Let us make our Igodo, Biafra, Oduduwa a better place to live. We are not fighting war with Fulani, but we want Fulani to have their own country. I heard that Buhari and the Kenyan president in London. We don't need settlement. We want to, Fulani should go and have their own country. We're not fighting them. I am not preaching hate speech. No. I'm only saying we don't want this kingdom of human sacrifice. So that is it. So anybody want to call, I will leave this place.
Aspirations and the history of the Benin people.
The historians all agree that Oduduwa sent his son Oromia at the request of elders of Benin to return with them as ruler of their realm. Oromia's stay in Benin may have been short, but before he left, a child was born to him who was later crowned Oba, and that is known today as Eweka I. Oromia's time in Benin, however short-lived, he was an Oba, and so he was the first Oba after the Okiso dynasty came to an end. He established Obership in Benin by invitation. Therefore, the listing of past Obas should therefore begin from Oromia, as it is listed in the Laro Alto. Short history of Benin, actually making my revered father 39th Oba that reigned in Benin, if the listing is counted from and should be counted from Oromia. I therefore stand before you today as the 40th Oba of Benin. A direct descendant of Oromia, the son of Oduduwa, whom the Benin.
A very common ancestral issue. In this note, I want to present a gift from House of Oduduwa to you for us to remember our ancestor, our common ancestor, Oromia, who was a prince in Ife, went to Benin Kingdom to be the first king in Benin, came back to Ife to be the 6th Oni of Ife, and they started having offspring. We are the offspring of our ancestors. We have never recorded in history the altar that he was then, because he was the greatest hunter ever recorded in history. And by virtue of that, we want to present this spiritual gift to you that actually connotes our ancestral background. King Oromio, that became king in Benin, became king in Oyo, became king also in Ife.
I think the year. Una the year now say now although near Fena say na their son. Say na prince. You see na the born. You know those na he born Jesus Christ. Yeah people hear foul with this hear foul. Hear foul not get yansh. Say na he born Oduduwa or Azu or Agmowe.
Hello listeners, you are welcome to a sacred place called Orobado in ancient city of Ile-Ife, where all the remains of all Obas of Benin are buried. Until about 2 centuries ago, This place is referred to as Orun Oba Ado. Orun means heaven. Oba is a Yoruba word for king, while Ado is a dialect pronunciation variant of Edo. So the English translation for this sacred place is Heaven of Edo Kings, because it is a burial set for all Edo kings until about 200 years ago. Since Oba of Benin Eweka in 1935, when any Oba died in 1235, when any Oba died in Benin City, the head was cut off and buried exactly in this place in Ile-Ife. In return, a bronze replica of the head was sent back to Benin, where the rest of the body was buried. This continued until Oba Obunrawen Nagbuzi died in exile in Calabar on the 1st of January 1914. In 2018, April 22nd, 27, the current Oba of Benin, Omonoba Nedu Uku Akpopolo Ewuare II, visited this place to pay homage to his forefathers.
So this one, the right way, is it not the Benin people they use human being for the sacrifice? It never says the Oba. Which palace if they use them for human sacrifice? Not be the Oba palace. I mean, they tell you they use Ogiame palace, they do human sacrifice. When the white men came, they went to Ogiame palace. Did they see any human sacrifice there? Did they see human sacrifice for Enogi of Urumi palace? I mean, they see human sacrifice for Enogi of Ogineni palace. Or Taro of Auchi, they see human. None of you deny everything. See proof everywhere. Now they find me. More not worry. More they wait for me. Say they will extradite me. Come on and wait. You know they get paper again. You know get this one again. I will come out tomorrow. Come beg for money. People will give me today. No, tomorrow I will beg. We don't know if we do anything. Yes, now die. All die now die. Who die? No, we sleep now die. But for that one, I wanna think. If na fit, wanna try. Me, I'm waiting for the dead to come. Useless people, slaves to Oba. Fools. I want to play this one when I come out. Thank you very much. I want to play this when I come out.
Speaking on behalf of the union, a representative of the president in Benin City, Uyi Osunde, said the utterances in the live video on social media by the said Murphy came as a rude shock to them, as he has never been their member at any point in time. He said the Edo community in Germany holds the Benin monarch Oba Eware II in high esteem and can never descend so low to challenge the monarch's authority. Mr. Osunde said the press briefing became necessary to put the record straight to the general public that the members of the union in Germany has nothing to do with the said Uyi Murphy, and the general public should be aware that the president of Edo community in Germany is Ejodame Christian and not Uyi Murphy.
We do not know or have any connection to the above named person. He is not a president of our community, as he has said in one of his online presentations. Therefore, any person who has anything to do with him, including the passing of insult on the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Oba Eware II, will have himself or herself to blame. Anyone who is an enemy to the palace of the Oba of Benin is an enemy to our community and the entire Edo State as a whole.
The spokesperson said they are using the opportunity of the press briefing to communicate to the Edo State government, the police, and other relevant authorities. In a recent online video, the said Uyi Murphy, who portrayed himself as the president of Edo community in Germany, among other things, challenged the authority of the Benin monarch, Omonoba Nedu Uku Akpolokpolo Oba Eware II, a situation that the community in Germany frowned at.
My brothers and my sisters, make I promote this comment. When I see my face where make I talk. My name is Mr. Retode. My name is Mr. Retode. I stand before the God of my forefather. I stand before the God of my ancestor, God Oguso, God Ome, God Oedu. We have been enslaved for close to 800 years by this Oba. So I have been trace. I'm one of the most wanted man in the history of this world now. One trying to kill me, do everything. So I come out today that the whole world must start hearing what the Oba of Benin is doing. So I am planning to go to America. Some people say I don't have document. Don't worry. But the day you see me in America, you will ask American embassy if I have document or I don't have. That would be a question you should have the Americans. You say they will deport me, find my extradition, do this, do this. I'm waiting. If fighting for freedom will make me to die, I will die. But Benin, you can't continue to enslave my people. I'm not going to accept it. I stand before the God of my ancestors. I beg the general public. Every day I will continue to beg until I get to the promised land. This kingdom must end. We don't want kingdom of selling land, human sacrifice, criminal, or deputy Oba. What is the meaning of this? Most of our people, I cannot help them because people are looking up to me. People think, oh, people are helping me. Nobody. Since I came out the other day, the only money I've been able to raise is 80 something euro, 40 pounds, 25,000 naira, and how much again? 50 pounds. This is the money I have, but I am still going. I not let the pressure keep me panic. People say, oh, it's CTC money. It's this. My brother, I'm telling you today. Ọmọ ọ̀nà yéé gbé kògì so wọ́n. Èyí dé o, ọmọ ọ̀nà yéé gbé kògì so wọ́n. Imegi yimi wa. Why ye kwe poison wa wuyo bome. Wagume gbe case na ime case about on the 6. Wagume why ga ubi na. Ime gbina ni money ma bi. Mami governor yo you kill la son na. Owo kairi le kaka wo hin abo jidana or settle court. Ga yo airi mi oba nyato oba oba emanyato o community na kina odin me ego de won yen o ma be sin egbe ego de won yen wi kin o to odin wo to ya hin and wa ni asun wo wa gbon ti ham wa nu wala wo wa regi muha ogi sorene ruda imerene ni domi wa fan obe wa e no sun wo tora you le o ya je mi so kini wa ri ayo gbe no ko no wala wo wa gbe message yen WhatsApp wa wi yo bo many years as a lawyer ememe ma po me ese ni ibi ogiso ma hima ibi oba we ya ri di anywhere du we sa gi oba ro when go bi oba we kin me oye o ibi godo mi godo ma hin o na ibi oba wala how wo people should help me. Thank you very much. God bless you. I love you so much. Please. The Oba of Benin is trying to kill me. I have cases in court. I don't have money for lawyer. I have paid, my people have paid me 1,700 or something euro. Now they have paid me almost about 200 or something euro now. Please support me. Why are you moving? I know one person can just come and say, oh, bros, take this money and don't ask again. Walaho. I will say.